Tszyu going into the Sebastian Fundora was talking crazy. He was talking greasy. This is what we like to say in Philly. He talking crazy, bro. He's talking greasy. He's talking like he a throwback fighter. He like, I'm a throwback fighter. I'm this, I'm that. And he goes in the ring with a guy named Sebastian Fundora who's going to be right in front of you. And you let that man do what he did to you. Slice your head wide open, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, he was talking a good story. He was rapping, like, telling people everything they wanted to hear. Everybody in the comment section, man, I like Tszyu. Tszyu is a throwback fighter. Tszyu is ready to fight anybody. Well, I'm here to tell you today, Tszyu lacks a lot of heart, bro, and I'm about to prove it to y'all. How do Tszyu lack heart? Tszyu lack heart because he folded in this fight. Y'all know he folded, right? We're not even, like, I better not be the only person talking about this fight. That Tszyu folded in this fight. Tszyu gets cut like he's never been cut before. Instead of turning up and taking this fight to another gear, show us another level to Tszyu, he folded in a fight he was winning. He let a cut dictate the fight. How do you let a cut dictate a fight that you were winning? That goes to show you don't have a lot of dog in you. The referee never say, I'm going to stop the fight because of the cut. The referee allowed you guys to fight. The fight went 12 rounds. So I could understand if the referee was going to stop the fight based on a cut. But that wasn't the case. The referee allowed Tszyu to continue to fight. And Tszyu folded. Tszyu showed us when his back is against the wall, he's going to fold every time. This is the fight that showed us. He's not what everybody was building him out to be. Oh, he's a throwback fighter. He's an old school fighter. No, he's not. That man folded. He had a cut in a fight that he was winning. If you're winning a fight and you get cut, you try to do everything you could do as fast as possible to end the fight so the fight doesn't get stopped based off of your cut. You understand what I'm saying? Because the referee can stop the fight and say, man, he can stop the fight. And if it was a punch, you lost the fight, right? Or they go to the scorecards, but Tim was up on the scorecards. So Tim should have showed us that he had heart in this fight. And he didn't do that. He didn't bite down and went to get the kill against Sebastian Fundora. He allowed Fundora to steal this fight from him. Tszyu folded his first time in adversity, and he folds like that. Are you serious, bro? His first real time in adversity. We ain't talking about when he got dropped against a low-level competition. We're talking about when he fights somebody everybody knows. Now imagine if we had put Tszyu in the ring with Terrence Crawford and he got dropped. How you think he was going to react? He was going to fold against Bud. He was going to crumble. That's why I wanted him to win this fight so bad. I wanted Tszyu to win this fight so bad so he can have the opportunity to fight Crawford, man. I was going to be a rich man, bro. I'm so mad because a lot of these gullible Australian fans was coming to my channel trolling me in my comment section. Tim is too good. Tim is better than his father. Tim is going to knock out Crawford. Crawford's never fought a fighter like Tim. I'm like, yo, what the freak are y'all talking about? Tszyu is not the best guy at 154 yet. He hasn't beaten all the guys at 154 to show us he's the best guy at 154. How can we just crown Tim as... He's not even the best guy at 154. Listen, when you guys talk boxing, this is what y'all need to understand. Let me break it down for y'all. This is the criteria, right? Before you break down these fights, you got to look at the guy you're talking about and ask yourself, is he the best guy in his weight class? And has he proven it? When we look at Tszyu is not the best guy at 154. He did not prove that. He did not show us that he was the best guy at 154 because he didn't clean out the division. He was just a WBO champion. He didn't have all the belts. He didn't fight the likes of Charlo. He didn't even fight Lubin. He didn't clean out the division. You understand what I'm saying? So how then can y'all just assume this guy can mess with a guy like Crawford, who has proven time and time again he's the best guy in every single division he's been to? He's proven that every single time, and he just proved it at 147. And we're talking about a 7-pound difference. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of people are ignorant to the sport when they talk boxing. They do not know that what a fighter weighs in at is not the weight he fight at on fight night. Do people not understand how boxing work? What a fighter weighs in at, say if a guy fights at 147, on fight night, he's not fighting at 147. On fight night, if you guys, I could take you guys back in time when Crawford fought Kell Brook, who has fought as high as 160, higher than Tszyu, who fights at 154. We know Kell Brook fought as high as 160, right? Even Jeff Horn, he moved all the way up. I think he moved up to 160 as well, if I'm not mistaken. So, and also another Crawford opponent that moved up was Jose Benavidez, right? Jose Benavidez Jr., he moved up. But what I'm trying to say is a lot of people need to understand when a fighter weigh in at 147 or whatever weight class they weigh in, that's not the weight they're going to fight at. That's just a weigh-in weight. We know Devin Haney weighed in at 140, but on fight night, he weighed 165. He was almost a super middleweight, and he fights at 140. But I really wanted to talk about Kell Brook, and I lost my train of thought. I'm back. Kell Brook versus Terrence Crawford. Kell Brook told Crawford, bro, I'm going to be 180 on fight night when we fight. And Crawford was like, I don't care, bro. You could be 200. I'm going to rehydrate too. So I need people to understand that weight stuff don't matter, bro. Especially when they're 7 pounds apart. Kell Brook was 180 versus Terrence Crawford. He got cooked in 4 rounds. He has fought as high as 160 against Triple G. And it took Triple G, and this was prime Triple G. And Triple G stopped Kell Brook in 5 rounds. Crawford stopped Kell Brook in 4 rounds. And Kell Brook fought at 160. And at 147, he has stopped in 4 rounds versus Crawford. Do you people not know how good Crawford is? Why y'all keep doubting this man? This is a guy who stopped another 160-pound fighter in Carlos Adames in 4 rounds of sparring. Adames said, no, I don't want no more. Yet people still come on the internet. Crawford ain't fighting nobody. Crawford ain't beating nobody. He's not the best fighter in the sport. Man, I'm so mad that Tszyu lost this fight and showed a lack of heart. Wasn't able to go out there and close the show against Fondora. You beat a guy in Brian Mendoza who knocked out Fondora, but you can't beat Fondora? Come on, bro. Because of a freaking cut? I'm so mad because I was on the verge of making a lot of money off of these casual fangirls.